Hi, it's Amber with eTrailer. Today I'm going to talk to you guys about car camping. So as you can see, I'm set up here in my Chevy Traverse. I've got my bedding, I've got my kitchen supplies, I've got my little outdoor area. I'm going to go over a few tips about car camping and how to set it up and how to make it more comfortable. My first tip is to stay organized. Organization is key when you're in a small space. So you can see here, I got these really nice baskets. I can store all of my camping supplies, all of my kitchen stuff. I also have this really cute kitchen setup by GSI, which we actually do sell here at eTrailer. So they come with little plates, little pots, little containers for cooking and keeping your food. So I definitely recommend having something like that, and then just storing all of your kitchen supplies in a check box or a basket or something that you can access easily. My next tip is to invest in decent bedding. So you can see here I have an air mattress in the back here, a sleeping bag, as well as a blanket. Of course you want to prepare for the weather. If it's hot, you want to bring fan, light clothes, light blankets. If it's cold, you obviously want something more heavy duty. The thing to be prepared for is that the weather can change, especially where I live here in Missouri. It can be hot and cold sometimes in the same day. So you gotta really be prepared for like those cold nights and those hot days. I have to bring a couple different layers so that I'm ready whatever the weather throws at me. For anybody who's used to camping, you know that it's super easy to track dirt, mud, grass, everything into your tent, camper, car, in this case. So I recommend having a little mat. I have this little Cozy Vibes Inside mat I like to set up wherever I am, so I can just wipe my feet real quick before I get into my car, because my car in this case is my bed, it's my kitchen, it's everything, so I want to keep it clean. Another tip I have for you guys is to set up an outdoor area. So you can see here I have a picnic blanket, a camping chair, a cooler. It doesn't have to be, anything really big or fancy, but the point of camping is to get outdoors, so you want to be able to enjoy that space. And then, like truth be told, even if your car is bigger, like I have a bigger SUV, but it's still cramped, it's a car, so you want to be able to get out and have some breathing room. Another tip, I definitely recommend having a fan or a heater depending on where you're camping at the time of year. This is a great little 12-volt fan. This is a great little USB fan. I can plug it into a little 12-volt adapter and just plug it into my car, and it just gives me a nice little cool breeze, which is great on hot days like this. Another thing I recommend is having covers for your windows, whether that's some curtains, some DIY curtains like hanging up towels, or I like to use these little windshield covers, and I can use them on all my windows. I have a couple of sets. So they're great for blocking out the heat and the light, and also just for privacy, because at night, whatever light you turn on, your car turns into a fishbowl and everybody can see you, everything you're doing. So I like to put these up and have a little bit of privacy. My next tip that I cannot recommend enough is mosquito nets. So out here, the flies, the mosquitoes, they get pretty bad. But you don't want to keep your windows rolled up at night, because when you wake up, your windows will be super fogged up. So you want to crack the windows, and it also helps get a little bit of a breeze in. So what I like to do is use these mosquito nets. I like to drape them over my car door, kind of through the window, up over the top of the door, and then I shut them in the car, so that way nothing can get inside. So it really makes for a much better night. Another thing is to make sure your car is in good shape, which may sound obvious, but you don't want to be driving around with that check engine light on. You want to make sure you have plenty of fuel, all your fluids are topped off, because the last thing you want is car trouble in the middle of nowhere. It's not fun, and it will happen if you aren't prepared and you don't make sure your car is in good shape. Your car is everything when you're car camping. It's your transportation, it's your bed, it's everything. So you want to make sure that you take care of it so that it takes care of you. One thing I do recommend if you are going to be camping a lot and you have a lot of stuff that you want to take with you, invest in a roof rack, invest in a hitch rack, something that you can store things on. So you want to take, whether it's a tent, kayaks, just extra gear, extra stuff, extra kitchen things. You want to have enough room to carry all those things. So a hitch rack or a roof rack is a great option for that, and you can check those out. We do sell them here at etrailer.com as well. So the last thing I want to talk about is budget. So there are a million different ways to car camp depending on your budget. You know, you can spend next to nothing. You can spend a ton of money on kind of a really nice, luxurious car camping setup, and it just depends on, you know, your budget and how often you go camping. You know, if you camp once or twice a year at music festivals, you're probably not going to want to spend as much as somebody who's living out of their car on a cross-country road trip. So you can see here I have a pretty minimal setup. You know, I have enough to get by for a couple of days. I don't have a power station just because I don't really need it. You know, all I really do is keep my phone and my tablet charged. I watch occasionally. I'm not doing anything like super power heavy. If I did want to charge more devices, I definitely would invest in more of a power setup. Well, thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below, and we'll see you next time.